Good evening. I'd like to call the 844th meeting of the City of Laurel Historic District Commission to order. The qualifications of the members of the commission, the staff of the commission, and any consultants used are on file with the city and are hereby made a part of each and every application heard today. The guidelines and procedures adopted by the commission are also made a part of each and every application. Each application heard today is considered on its own merits and is not to be considered as establishing a precedent for any other application. We have a new member joining us tonight. Mr. Love, would you like to introduce him?
I would. Just want to introduce Councilmember James Cole. He will be taking over for Councilmember Mike Les, who retired. Councilmember Cole is a Ward 1 resident, and if you wouldn't mind just saying a couple words.
Sure. As Mike said, I'm a Ward 1 resident. I live on Carroll Avenue. I walk through the historic district every day. It's a gorgeous neighborhood, and I look forward to helping serve the commission.
Thank you. Mr. Love, would you call the roll, please?
Ms. McSeany,
Here.
Ms. Lubinecki, Ms. Lubinecki,
Here.
Ms. Frazier,
Here.
Mr. Davis, Mr. Schweitzer,
Here.
Councilmember Cole,
Present.
Chairman Cocoon. You have a quorum.
Thank you. The number 2 on the agenda, approval of the minutes for the regular HDC meeting held November 16th. I have one correction, and that is that I recused myself twice, but I only recused myself for 400 Main Street.
We'll make that change.
Thank you. Are there any other corrections or comments?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Would you please call the roll?
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes.
Mr. Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ms. McSeany,
Yes.
Ms. Frazier,
I abstain. I was not present.
Councilmember Cole.
I abstain as well due to not being present.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 3, HDC 042-2022 for 25 Post Office Avenue, submitted by Richard Wang.
Good evening. I'm sorry. Good evening, madam.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mata.
Okay, I'm sorry. Good evening, Madam Chair. I'll be reading for Joshua Misham tonight, and this is his first item. Good evening, Madam Chair and fellow board members. I'm Monte Burrow, Planner 2. The applicant is seeking Historic District Commission approval to perform several exterior alterations to the existing house, an existing detached garage, existing home renovations, foundation concrete painting. The applicant proposes to paint the house's front and side foundation concrete in a pewter gray color. The concrete was originally unpainted. Chimney painting, the applicant proposes to paint the left side chimney in a pewter gray color. The chimney was originally unpainted. Front porch railing painting. The applicant proposes to paint the front porch railing of the house in a white color. The railings were originally unpainted. The left side porch railing painting. The applicant proposes to paint the left side porch railing of the home in a white color. The railings were originally unpainted. The left side porch deck painting. The applicant proposes to paint the left side porch deck in a smoky pewter color. The deck was originally unpainted. Front door replacement. The applicant proposes to replace the existing front door of the property with a smooth star 36-foot by 80-foot door with a single glass panel. The applicant originally had a different front door replacement request approved, but they have since changed their mind and wish to go with this style. Driveway installation. The applicant proposes to install a new asphalt driveway in front of the existing detached garage. A curb cut also exists at this location. The proposed driveway will be 12-foot by 90-foot. Front and side walkway replacement. The applicant proposes to replace the existing walkway in front and side of the home in kind. Also, existing detached garage renovation. Roof shingle replacement. The applicant is proposing to replace the existing roof shingles of the detached garage with shingles of charcoal gray color, matching the shingle present on the existing house. Vinyl siding installation. The applicant proposes to install white vinyl siding over the existing deteriorating siding of the garage, matching the style of the siding present on the existing home. In addition, rolling door replacement. The applicant proposes to replace the existing rolling door with a door with top glass panels in white color. Lastly, double door replacement and painting. The applicant proposes to replace the existing double doors with doors of similar style and paint in a white color. Staff recommends the HDC approved certificate 042-2022. And I believe the applicant is on the phone for any question. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion?
I have a question. When I went through the packet, it looks like there are 2 driveways, but only one of them is on the request.
I believe so, Ms. Marlene, yes.
So are we being asked to approve 2 driveways?
Correct, yes, you are.
I did not see, I only saw one on the paperwork.
Oh, I do apologize for that.
Okay.
Also, on painting the chimney, painting brick is discouraged in the guidelines. And it's not in keeping with the character of the neighborhood. There are very few painted chimneys. So I have no problem with the base being painted, but and it's asking for trouble as far as peeling on something that the sun hits all the time. So would you consider not painting the chimney?
Is that a question for me, Fraser?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. I have renovated a lot of houses, and my painters they paint a lot of chimneys for me just for the unity look of the house. You know, the base and the siding. If you really don't like it, the other option would be just power wash it, which the white siding, charcoal black roof, and on the base, concrete and front stoop is all like a pewter gray. And the chimney, I did a lot of this and it looks really good. So I'm not sure if this is do I have an option or not to paint it to the same color? So
the point is that it's not in keeping with the historic nature of the neighborhood.
So this is Ms. McSeany. In older homes, chimneys were not painted. And we're trying to keep that look in the neighborhood. So we would prefer that you not paint the chimney.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much. I'll keep that as a original color. Just power wash and do some small repair like motor or whatever needed to make it look good. It will stay as the same brick kind of red color.
That would be good.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
This is Miss Lubinecki. I actually do have some concerns about the driveways. Marlene, Ms. Fraser, I believe they did talk about 2 driveways, and my first concern, and Ms. Wang can correct me if I'm incorrect, if I'm wrong on this. My understanding is you were proposing a 90-foot black asphalt driveway that seemed to go at an odd angle for the detached garage.
Not really, not really. That I think
but
that's
wait,
the
let me-
original proposal. That's already changed.
Well, asphalt. Are you not proposing a 90-foot asphalt driveway?
No, that's changed. There's no 90 feet asphalt driveway. Later I sent like a lot drawing. I'm only replacing the like 27 feet of gravel to replace that into asphalt driveway because that's really far from the house. So I applied another driveway next to the house. Is like 12 by 60, 12 by 50 or 60. So the 90 feet driveway is not it was in the version 1, but this is a later version. Thank you. Thanks for for later change. If you could look at this. This is the one.
So this is proposed. This is the one that's next to the house. Is that correct? The white, not the. Okay. There's a
12 by 50. That's the next to the house.
That's next to the house, and that's the only driveway you're proposing?
And that's the number 1. The other one is just, you see the picture, the small one?
Okay.
That's an existing driveway of gravel driveway. So I'm trying to apply to replace that gravel into asphalt. That's
Okay.
existing curb cut and the existing gravel driveway.
Okay, I was confused by the drawings. My other question though is, are you not proposing to do concrete on the one next to the house, but asphalt for the other one? Is that correct?
Both is asphalt. That's proposed.
Both are asphalt. Okay, the materials.
Yes, because on the 23 post office, I already have asphalt driveway, so I'm trying to make the 2 houses look the same.
Okay, that clarifies. I was very concerned when I was reading that 90-foot driveway. Okay, but both asphalt. Okay.
The 90-foot driveway was originally proposed to all the way to the detached garage, which later I decided not to do.
Okay, thank you. That clarifies it for me.
Thank you, Ms. Lubinecki.
Does the paperwork need to be amended so that there'd be no confusion that he was approved or disapproved for 2 driveways?
Robert, I think that's a question for you.
Yeah. I think that can be amended in any sort of a vote that you take, and then we can have him, whatever based on that, we can have him amend the paperwork.
Is there any
Thank
other
you.
discussion?
I have a question on the vinyl siding for the garage.
Yes, Ms. Cole. Mr. Cole.
That said that it was going to match the siding on the house, but the house does not appear to have vinyl siding. So what style of vinyl are you proposing?
The vinyl siding was approved in the last month's meeting for the main house. So the garage siding will match the main house siding, which was approved last month.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Thank you.
May I say it's wonderful to see this house being restored.
I'm glad to.
Do I hear a motion from anyone?
I'll make a motion.
I make a motion, we approve.
Okay, a second. Oh, well, I think we need to amend that with the changes to the driveways and the not painting the brick.
I think so. So with the modifications that I don't know whichever page this is as shown on whichever document this is that's showing right now, Robert.
Page 23.
Is it page 23? Well, it's page 24 on mine, but 24 that shows the 23-foot driveway and the driveway next to the house, both of which are asphalt.
Thank you, Ms. Lubinecki. We have a motion and a second. Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes.
Ms. Frazier,
Yes,
Councilmember Cole,
Yes,
Ms. McSeany.
Yes.
Motion carries.
This is Ms. Lubinecki. Did we include the brick in that modification? The not painting the brick in the modification?
Yes. You had mentioned regarding the chimney. Yes.
Thank
Thank you. Next on the agenda is HDC 094-2022 for 23 Post Office Avenue, submitted by Mr. Wang. Monte, would you like to?
Yes. Good evening again, Madam Chair and fellow board members. I'll be reading for Mr. Joshua Mitchell. The applicant is seeking HDC approval to perform several exterior alterations to the property. Painting of the exterior walls and lower foundation. The applicant proposes to paint the exterior brick walls and lower brick foundation in a smoky pewter color. The sides of the brick walls include front, left, and right sides. Power washing and painting of fence. The applicant proposes to wash the existing wood fence and paint it in a white color. The existing fence will remain in place, and the applicant intends to replace boards as needed. Painting of the right side railing and rear porch. The applicant proposes to paint the existing right side stair railing in a white color. The applicant also proposes to paint the rear stair in a white color. The stairs were previously unpainted. Alterations of the front door steps. The applicant proposes to change the layout of the front door steps from having one step to having two steps. The applicant also proposes to change the material of the steps from brick concrete to just concrete, as well as changes the landing from a round landing to a square landing. Staff recommends HDC approve certificate 049-2022. That concludes the reading, Madam Chair, and the applicant's on the line for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ms.
Mr.
Laurel.
Burrow. Do we have any questions, comments? A motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve HDC 049-2022 for 23 Post Office Avenue.
Thank you, Ms. Lubinecki.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Mr. Love, would you call the roll, please?
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes.
Councilmember Cole,
Yes,
Ms. Frazier,
yes,
Mr. Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ms. McSeany.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you.
Thank you, board members here. Have early Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you.
I would also like to remind everyone that we are supposed to state our name before we speak every time. So this is Ms. McSeany. Item number 5, HDC 039-2022 for 338 Main Street, submitted by Ralph Williams. Mr. Burrow, would you like
Good
to?
evening again. Good evening again, Madam Chair and fellow board members. I'll be reading for Mr. Joshua Mitchell, and I'm Monte Burrows. The applicant is seeking retroactive historic district commission approval to install a window sign at the Kirby Express Restaurant located at 338 Main Street. The installed sign is a window decal sign measuring 18 inches by 57 inches with the text Kirby Express and Caribbean Restaurant in green, white, and yellow color. And they will also have the business phone number will be displayed in a white text. Staff recommend the HDC retroactively approve certificate number 039-2022. Thank you, Madam Chair, and the applicant should be on the line for any questions.
Any questions, comment? Do we have a motion?
This is Mr. Schweitzer. I'll make a motion that we approve the application.
Thank you.
Ms. Lubinecki, I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Would you call the roll, please, Mr. Lowe?
Mr. Switzer,
Yes.
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes.
Ms. Frazier,
Yes,
Councilmember Cole,
Yes.
Ms. McSeany.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Item number 6, HDC 040-2022 for 677 Main Street, submitted by Brian Jefferson. Mr. Burrow, would you like to present?
Good evening again, Madam Chair and fellow board members. This is Monte Burrows, Planner 2. The applicant is seeking HDC approval to install a window sign in front of the building. The window sign, if you see the attached staff report, will have a size of 24 by 24.11 square feet, color white background in the day and visible at night. Material will be perforated vinyl covering. The message will be dine in and carry out and catering and a phone number. Staff recommends HDC to approve certificate 040-2022 to include the following conditions. The applicant shall obtain a City of Laurel sign permit. Thank you, Madam Chair, and the applicant should be on the line for any questions.
This is Mr. Schweitzer. What are the dimensions of the window again?
It'd be 24.11 square feet. Yes.
Oh, square
It'd be
feet.
65.5 inches by 53 inches.
Okay. You said 24 feet now, so that's pretty big sign. Okay.
Yeah, the square feet, yes.
Okay.
will the sign be lit?
No, the thing is with this sign, Miss Frazier, in the daytime, you can barely see through it, but at nighttime, being visible, you can see right in the restaurant.
That's cool.
This is Miss McSeany. Does this entire covering count as signage covering up more than the prescribed amount of window?
No, it's within the guidelines. It's just that this, because it looks white, it's have you ever seen a perforated vinyl sign? It's like little beads. You barely can even see it that is visible. And at nighttime, you can really see how clear it is. So the whole thing doesn't count as signage.
Okay, like when Minuteman Press was on Main Street, they had a large mural.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Could we get a motion?
I move we approve the sign for red, hot, and blue.
Glasses.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Frazier and a second from Ms. Lubinecki. Would you call the roll, please, Mr. Love?
Ms. Frazier,
Yes,
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes,
Mr. Schweitzer,
Yes,
Councilmember Cole,
Yes,
Ms. McSeamy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 7, HDC 043-2022 for 319 Laurel Avenue, submitted by Caitlin Phillips. Mr. Burrow, would you like to present?
Evening again, Madam Chair. I'll be reading for Joshua Mitchell. The applicant is seeking HDC approval to replace an existing concrete driveway at the property located at 319 Laurel Avenue. The existing driveway measures 10 feet by 20 feet and 4 inches by 80 feet and 6 inches. The proposed driveway measurements will be 10 feet by 20 feet by 3 feet and 10 inches. The applicant states that the current driveway is cracked and broken and intends to replace it with a permeable grid that is filled with dirt and grass. Furthermore, the applicant intends to use to remove pieces of broken concrete to edge the raised garden beds along the front of the property. Staff recommends the commission approve certificate 043-2022. That concludes the reading, and the applicant should be on the phone for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have, thank you for joining us, Ms. Phillips. Any questions, comments?
I am so glad to see a permeable driveway.
I want to second that comment. I was delighted to see this, Ms. Phillips. It's
Awesome.
a wonderful, wonderful that you're doing this.
Thank you.
If there's no more discussion,
And with that, I'm very happy to propose that we approve HDC 043-2022 for Laurel Avenue.
This is Ms. Frazier, I second.
we have a motion from Ms. Lubinecki, seconded by Ms. Frazier. Would you call the roll, please, Mr. Love?
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes,
Ms. Frazier,
Yes,
Mr. Schweitzer,
yes,
Councilmember Cole,
yes,
Ms. McSeamy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 8, HDC 045-2022 for 203 Stanley Place, submitted by Lisa Smith. Mr. Burrow, would you like to present for the applicant?
Good evening again, Madam Chair and fellow board members. This is Monte Burrow, Planner 2. The applicant is seeking HDC approval to replace the existing dirt driveway with a concrete driveway, and you can see within the staff report. The driveway replacement, the applicant proposed to install a new concrete driveway on the right side of the property. The driveway will measure 18 feet by 20 feet, replace the existing worn driveway at the existing apron cut. Staff recommends that HDC approve certificate 045-2022. That concludes the reading. Madam Chair, and the applicant should be on the line for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think the applicant is on the line. Oh, maybe. Do I hear a motion?
well, it's ironic given that we just had this really wonderful permeable driveway coming through, but based on the neighborhood and the houses around this, it's difficult to suggest to the applicant that she not put in a concrete driveway, which, though I would like to ask if she has considered possibly doing strips with the partial pad instead of full concrete. Is the applicant on?
Ms. Smith? It appears she is not.
This is Councilmember Cole. I motion to approve the application for the driveway on Stanley Place.
I'll second it reluctantly, but I will second.
We have a motion from Councilman Cole and a second from Ms. Lubinecki. Would you call the roll, please, Mr. Love?
Councilmember Cole,
Yes.
Ms. Lubinecki,
Yes.
Ms. Frazier,
yes,
Mr. Schweitzer,
Yes.
Ms. McStaney.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Staff approvals. Are there any questions, comments about any of that? Okay, other business on the agenda, art in public places. I don't know what we need to discuss in regard to that.
Yes, so I just thank you very much, Ms. McStaney. We are, I just want to bring to attention of the HDC, currently going through council right now, some changes to the code, and that includes art in public places. There's been a push from the community to allow for various art pieces, and so forth. And I just want to kind of bring to attention that kind of the process that would go through. So if someone would bring forth some sort of, including HDC, like an art project they want to do, it would be reviewed by the art council. They would vote. We consider them kind of the subject matter experts on that. They would vote to approve or deny whatever piece of art came in, and then ultimately the administration would approve or would have the final on it. But they would make basically a suggestion for that. So I just kind of want to bring that to the attention. It is going through a review process, but there are various standards that they're going to have to meet. What they can and what really you can and can't put up. A big part of it is going to just kind of be make the, especially if hopefully the arts and entertainment district can have some art art to go along with that. But I really just want to bring that to everybody's attention on the HEC. There is going to be, like I said, a review process by the Art Council when those come in. Is there any questions on that?
Yeah, immediately the question is, should not the HDC also have a say in this to say that whatever is being proposed fits within the historic nature of the district? Because there is a possibility of something that's, extremely contemporary, which in a different context might be a beautiful piece of art, but might not be appropriate to the HDC. So I'm a little concerned that the process that you're describing, Rob, is not currently going to go through HDC approval. Is that what I'm understanding you to say?
It won't currently go through HCC. We felt that the Arts Council was as far as art goes, we're going to be the subject matter experts. And I'm sure that's something they'll take into consideration to where the art's going up to, as far as, what area, and then based on the guidelines.
I have a question. It has nothing to do with art. Did you say that the what is being reviewed?
If an art piece comes in, currently it's going through the council as far as the changes to the ordinance, but it'll be reviewed. If someone wants to put up an art piece, it will have to come in for a review of that art piece, what they want to do, where they want to put it, if it meets a certain guidelines. It'll be put up for recommendation by the Arts Council. They'll review it, and then it will be the administration that makes the final decision.
But it is only that single subject of the art and
Yes.
art pieces. Okay. I was hoping that there was
Hey,
some.
Robert.
Yes.
Robert, this is Greg. What is considered the arts and entertainment district? Is that the C Street area off of Main Street? Is that the area? I'm not sure what area, Laurel, the city council is considering to be the arts and entertainment district.
Well, this is citywide, Mr. Schweitzer.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be citywide. Yeah.
Okay. So
the question comes back again, Robert. I have no problem with the Arts Council deciding for stuff all over the rest of the city. but their expertise is not historic preservation. I mean, it's just a different skill set and a different area of expertise. And James, you're now a member of the council, so this might be something that it seems to me that a piece that's proposed for the historic district, while the Arts Council may say this is a good piece of art, that same piece I mean, it makes before the administration, no offense, shouldn't get the final say on this. If it's going to be in the historic district, it should come to the HDC to say, okay, because that will affect, I mean, a mural going up on a building in the historic district will have a huge impact on the visual of the historic district, for example. I mean, I'm actually kind of puzzled. So I at this point, I don't know who is putting this piece of legislation together.
It's forward in council right now. I don't even know if Councilmember Cole can probably comment on it since it's ongoing legislation. But we put on with staff, put that together going forth, like I said, but before council. It's going to go before the second public reading in January.
So it's
As
already had its
part of a bigger code change.
But it's a pretty significant one for this organization, and a little concerning that this is the first we've sort of heard of it.
Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do too is we were going to propose actually kind of how how like the benches were brought before you and the differences of pool, where we're going to bring that to let you know what was coming before or what piece of art we're going to definitely, like in other business, going to let HDC know.
But letting us know is not the same as saying we have a say. That's a big difference. So what I'm suggesting, Mr. Cole, is can the legislation be modified at this point?
I mean, it can be modified on approval. Yeah, I mean, if they can make that condition, make that change, that can be done. But we'll know.
I mean, that's I'm sorry, James, but I am actually very concerned that bringing it to let us know that it's happening, you might as well not bother, because if we have no say on what it's going to be, what's the point? I mean, so
the legislation is pretty clear on what types of artwork. I don't think it's going to be too big of a concern. We can definitely amend the legislation. I encourage you to attend the next meeting of the City Council in January. I can bring it up in the meeting as well that there are concerns. We can look at how to amend the stuff, but we don't want to bog project down too far. We want to be able to make progress.
Robert, I have a question about the larger issue of the code changes. Is there any provision for encouraging or incentivizing permeable driveways?
Nothing right now, but we are looking to do next. Our next big code changes will be a few months, but we're going to do some serious HDC guidelines changes, and we can definitely bring that into the table. And we'll talk another time as far as putting together something with all the members too when we're putting that together. But that's going to be probably our main legislation on the next probably phase 6 code changes. That's kind of number one on that right now.
Good.
And Ms. McSee, if there's more on this, I do have one more thing too.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. No, I just want to bring everybody's attention. We were able to get another $50,000 for the Main Street facade grant. It's going to be similar to the last one we had. If you recall, the last one was run through the state, and once again, it should be high end. You can go up to $25,000 for the grant. So obviously $50,000. If we get 2 projects that do that, then it'll be 2 projects that go there. But just want to bring that to everybody's attention that we were able to re-up the Main Street facade grant with some funds from the state.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay, so, sorry, Robert. So I thought you had more to say about the art issue. I agree completely with Ms. Lubinecki on, what's the point of having an historic district almost if the art council can you know, I mean, there's lots of beautiful art, but, you know, something that was installed at Glenstone Art Museum in Potomac that gets rave reviews is not going to be appropriate in the historic district, as fantastic as it is. So that's a huge, huge concern of mine. I just want that on the record.
I think my concern is that perhaps the Arts Council wouldn't be considering some of the issues in the historic district. It just wouldn't occur to them.
Exactly.
Exactly, Miss Fraser.
Thank you.
Okay, on that, do I hear a motion? Is there any more discussion, or do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll
Does
make a
Mr. Schweitzer
motion.
make a motion to adjourn?
A second.
Great. I hope everybody has a happy and healthy and safe rest of the year. And we'll see you in January. Good night.